It's been quite some time since I last did anything on here, and I noticed Jagex, or whoever is in charge of the wiki, went and broke my account. As you can see, they have rearranged the optimal quest guide on me. My completed quests are no longer in the order in which I started. In fact, quite a few of them are way down on the list now. But no worries, I'll get back on track eventually. Hopefully they won't screw with it again for quite some time. Anywho, need to grab some things to get ready for the next quest. From my bank, I grabbed 3 balls of wool, a tinderbox so I can get some ashes, a pot of flour, a pickaxe to get a bronze bar, a rope, and some coins to buy some various shit. Grab me some logs outside the bank to burn real quick. Level 2 fire making, moving right along now. Should grab my chronicle while I wait for the fire to burn out. Alright, got my ashes, time to head to Varrock. Need to mine some clay to make some soft clay. Buy 3 beers from the Blue Moon Inn, and grab a pink skirt from Thessalia. Oops, mine some iron. Oh well, completed a diary task. Got my tin and copper ores now for a bronze bar, and we'll walk over here for some red berries. Back to Lumbridge and Farmer Fred for a couple of onions. Make my bronze bar at the furnace, and grab a bucket in the castle basement for to make my soft clay, as well as have a bucket of water. Now that I have everything, it's time to get started. Meet HDOS Noob. His mission is simple: acquire his very own quest point cape. His only requirements: follow the path laid out for him in the optimal quest guide. And he can only use the new third-party client, HDOS. Welcome to Questing with HDOS. Quest number 23, Prince Ali Rescue. Prince Ali has apparently been kidnapped by the Lady Kharid, and it's my job to find him and get him home. You may have noticed a difference between this clip and the one from earlier. Well, in the time between my recording of the two, some major changes happened to both HDOS and my computer. Both got some serious upgrades. HDOS has been completely revamped and has plugins now. Not all of them yet, but they are coming. And the best news, HDOS is now one of only 3 third-party clients allowed by Jagex. RuneLite, OSBuddy, and HDOS are the only approved clients allowed by Jagex. The use of any other third-party client can and will result in your account getting banned, so choose wisely. Back to the quest. So this quest is the first of the desert quests, and the bonus to finishing it is that I can enter Kharid for free. That's right, I get to save myself a whopping 20 coins each and every time I enter and leave through the gate. To start, I need to speak to Chancellor Hassan, who obviously does not remember me helping out during the birthday event. Anyway, I ask him if there is anything I can help him with, and after complimenting me on my natural-born ability to get jobs done, proceeds to tell me to go see Osman, their spy master, outside to get the skinny on what's going on. I find the sketch ball outside the palace, and after a little skepticism by him as to why I was chosen, I was honest and just said I asked if he needed help, and he said yes. He tells me that Prince Ali has been kidnapped and his spies have discovered where he is being held. He says he's being held by Lady Kharid in the abandoned jail just east of Draenor Village. According to his intelligence, Kelly is the only one able to move freely about the area and says that I will need to disguise him as her, after I take her out in some fashion. He tells me a brief description of Kelly. She has blonde hair and pink clothes, but his daughter has more specifics that she can help me with. I can find her somewhere in Draenor Village. He also proceeds to inform me that Kharid has the only key to the cell, so I will need to find a way to acquire it. He suggests trying to somehow make an imprint of the key using soft clay and bring it to him with a bronze bar so he can make a copy. Sounds like I got my work cut out for me. Time to head to Draenor Village. I don't feel like walking all the way to Draenor, so I'm going to mouth off to the shanty so he puts me in jail. When I refuse to pay, they transport me to another jail. This jail is in Port Sarim, and I just have to pick the lock to get out and make my way to Draenor. I find Osman's daughter, Leela, standing right next to the wheat field in Draenor. I tell her I'm here to help with the prince's rescue, and she said her father already sent word to expect me. I would love to know how these people move around so fast. Anyway, she asks if I know the details of the plan, and I summarize it for her. Then I proceed to ask her details on how to get the imprint of the key, as well as the disguise. She says Kelly keeps the key on a chain around her neck, and if I pretend to be interested in joining her bandits, I may be able to convince her to show me the key. For the disguise, she says I'll need a blonde wig and a pink skirt. She also says I'll need some skin paste to hide the black eye the prince received when they captured him. She tells me to go see Ned the rope seller and see if he can make a wig. Then I'll have to dye it. She also tells me the nearby witch makes potions and dyes, so I shouldn't have any issues getting the paste or yellow dye from her. Luckily, I have just about everything I need on me already, so let's go see Ned about that wig. 3 balls of wool later, I have my wig in hand. Behind Ned, I find Aggie the witch. I ask her about the skin paste and is pleasantly surprised I have all the ingredients on me. I hand the ashes, flour, water, and red berries to her and she makes me the paste. Next thing is to get some yellow dye. I hand her the 2 onions and 5 coins, and the dye is all mine. I use the dye on the wig and voila, a blonde wig. The safest way to get into this jail is from the north entrance. You gotta run in, open the door, and try to close it before the guard follows you in. Once inside, I speak to Kelly. I butter her up by telling her how famous she is and pretending to be all sorts of starstruck in her presence. I ask her latest plan because I am interested in joining her group. I continue feeding her ego to the point where I ask to see the key to the cell. She's so full of herself she gladly obliges. Somehow, though, she doesn't notice me press the key into a wad of soft clay I somehow manage to conceal, and then hand the key back to her. Back in Kharid, I give the imprint and bronze bar to Osmond, who says he'll make the key and send it to Leela. Time to head back to Draenor again. Really, all this back and forth for just this one step? Haha, it's the strange plant random event. This is a known glitch in the clients that has a very low priority right now, but makes for some amusing comments every time it shows up. The strange plant definitely lives up to his name. Speaking to Leela again, she tells me I need to deal with the guard in some sort of non-violent manner. I think I have just the thing. She also hands me the key Osmond made earlier. Time to head back to the jail. So, as is the case with many of the quests in this game, someone needs to get totally wasted in order to progress. Seriously, I'm beginning to think that the writers at Jagex have serious drinking problems. Anyway, today's victim is Joe here. My job is to get him so inebriated he isn't able to tell which way is up. 3 beers ought to do it. Lightweight. Oh, and all the while, Kelly is wandering around without a clue as to what's happening. Now that the guard is 3 sheets to the wind, it's time to take Kharid out of the picture. I use the rope to tie her up and put her in the cupboard, all while the guard stares blankly at me. I mosey on past the wrecked guard and into the prince's cell. I hand him the disguise and tell him to put it on so that he can escape. Before he leaves, he tells me to go back to Kharid and that his father will pay me well. That's what I'm talking about. Although I hate that all these people can just go back instantly and leave me to my own devices to find my way back. And look at that. I am now a friend of Kharid and can pass through the gate for free. Woohoo! The only true reason to do this quest. So, according to Hassan, the prince is safe and I have the eternal gratitude of the Emir for rescuing his son. To that, I say, show me the money. Quest complete. 3 quest points, a measly 700 coins, and free access to the gate. Hardly eternal gratitude, if you ask me. But whatever, another quest in the bag. Before I head out of the area for the next quest, the quest guide suggests buying a sickle mold, so that's what I'll do. Let me grab some stuff for the next quest. I'll need a bucket of milk, some coins, and my axe to complete a diary task. I'll stop at the cows quick to milk one on the way. Next stop, Port Sarim and Garant's for a sardine, then use my last chronicle to teleport back to Varrock. Quest number 24, Gertrude's Cat. This is a nice short quest, so let's get it done. Gertrude has been going nuts with her kids, and in the process has lost her cat Fluffs. Seriously, they couldn't come up with a better name. Anyway, she asks me, a total stranger who just barged into her home, to go and look for her cat. She tells me her sons, Shylop and Willow, may have seen the cat last, and I should be able to find them in the marketplace. Before I head off, need to pick me up some Dougal leaves that she has laying around her yard. I find her kids hanging out by the newspaper stand, and they seem to think I'm some sort of cop. This should be interesting. I tell them I'm just trying to help their mom find her cat, and Willow says the cat followed him to their secret play area. He won't tell me where it is because, well, it wouldn't be a secret anymore. After contemplating the child abuse option briefly, I ask him what it would take to make him tell me, and he says he's short on cash. He says 10 coins should be sufficient, and then his brother pipes in and tells me it'll cost 100 coins. Why should I pay them 100 coins? And he simply says, if I don't, they won't tell. They never liked the cat anyhow. I sure hope Gertrude knows she's raising a couple of delinquents who are learning the fine art of extortion at an early age. I give them the coins and they point me to the lumberyard. This fence looks a little weird. Anyway, I hop over the giant hole in the fence, and now it's time to cut this tree. It's the reason I brought the axe. I can take care of an easy Varrock diary task real quick. Upstairs, I find Fluffs roaming around. Let's just try to pick her up. Nope, doesn't like that. Maybe the cat is thirsty. Let's give her some milk. Try to pick her up again, and she's still pissed. Okay, so maybe this thing is hungry. We'll wrap this sardine in a dougal leaf and shove it down its throat. Pain in my ass. I'm about to leave it here until I hear kittens mewing in the distance. Let's go see what that's about. I have to search all the crates around the area, the ones that have the yellow search crate option, to try and find the kitten. This part's kind of annoying. It can be the first one or the last one. Luckily, I find it pretty quickly. Time to go back upstairs and give the kitten the Fluffs. Aw, they're purring now. And then they just disappear. Time to head back to Gertrude and see if they made it home. Gertrude is ecstatic that her cat came back and tells me that she thinks she was upset because she couldn't find her kitten. You don't say. She gives me a big hug and pretty much calls me a hero. She wants to thank me, but the only thing she can offer is a kitten, because she apparently has a ton of them, but can only look after one. She proceeds to tell me that it can live in my backpack, but I should take it out and to feed it and stroke it often. Lady, this cat will live in my bank vault for months. It may or may not get fed or even looked at for that matter. But anyway, quest complete. 1525 cooking XP, a chocolate cake, and some stew. Not to mention my very own cute little adorable kitten. Cooking 13 now, and I can make scrambled eggs. Ooh. I can interact with the kitten. Look how cute. This is my first follower on this account. Right now, I think I'll have it follow me right to the bank. That's it for today. Up next are the Natural History Quiz and Daddy's Home mini quests. And maybe Fight Arena if it's not too long. Don't forget to drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm so close to 100 subscribers I can taste it. But for now, friends, the show is over. Go in peace.